Now, what am I kind of looking at? So it says here on the right, simple roll-up rates, 8% of enhanced base for 10 years, 200% base guaranteed on 10th year. As a client, what exactly does that mean for me?
Okay, so what that means for you is that there is going to be an an income account. You
Okay.
have an account value on an indexed annuity, and you also have an income rider, as it states up here. And what
Right.
we're looking at is an income rider account that while it's in deferral, while it's not producing income for you, it's going to grow at an 8% interest rate.
Oh, very good.
And that's guaranteed for 10 years. Mhm.
Excellent. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click top 10. Okay. And we're going to see the top 10 in this report. And you guys, you don't need to call anybody anymore to have an illustration running for you. You can go right over here to the right, and we're going to put all top 10 of these into the report immediately. Okay, that's one of the beauties about Annuities Genius. You can see this is a personalized income rider payout. It's got 10 lifetime income riders. You can see your client's name, your name, date it was prepared. And when you scroll down, you can see all of them. It gives a quick overview of those payouts for the income riders. And then a little bit further down, you're going to start seeing the detailed view. Okay. Now, is this going to be the best for our client if he's looking for, just income and he's not worried about anything about long-term care or anything like that? This would be the best rider for us, correct?
Correct. Absolutely. This is going to be the best income producing guaranteed lifetime payout rider based on that client's age, the state he lives in, and the amount of deposit that he gave us.
Perfect. Now, what if we have a client that, maybe is in the same situation as far as being 58, wants to start the withdrawals when he retires at age 68, but he's really concerned about long-term care. He doesn't really know how he's going to take care of that.
Okay, that's a great question. The option that states doubler on the tab in the middle of the page is where I would go
Okay.
and simply click that
Okay.
and up.
So we're looking at the first one here. It's Global Atlantic. Now it says guaranteed annual income, but I'm seeing here it says 50,500 for enhanced. Can you explain to me what that means?
Yeah, so what that means there, Josh, is going to be that if someone would have a need or a worry over and above the traditional income, maybe your client, because we are traditionally used to asking, do you currently have long-term care or any type of nursing home help going through the fact finder process? And when they say, no, I can't, maybe they didn't get around to it. Maybe they thought it was too expensive. Maybe they couldn't qualify for it because of health reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can offer a doubler on our income riders with annuities in this country that will double in case you need them for long-term care, assisted living, or home health care by hitting the 2 out of 6 ADLs where it states there. Which, as everyone knows, is the eating, bathing, getting dressed, toileting, transferring, and continence.
Okay. Now tell me, if I didn't have Annuities Genius, how would I know that this rider had a doubler on it?
Well, you unless someone had told you and you had the time to research the highest paying one and then go through the process of which ones have a doubler that accept a 2 out of 6 ADLs, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know.
So,
Or you probably just had to
Yeah.
call each insurance company, and ask
Yeah.
them questions.
exactly. And so you guys look at, all you have to do is click a button. Everything that we do in Annuities Genius is one click away. Okay, we went from guaranteed, and you just go right over to the doublers where you can see enhanced payments allow doubling in the income. And you can see we have 17 of the top annuities for that right here. Okay, you don't have to go searching for all these different carriers and do all these hypothetical illustrations. Again, everything is one click away.
Josh, let's go through one more scenario with Brian. What if the customer heard about this increasing income from Allianz? Let's go to our hypothetical calculator.
Okay.
And let's show guys how this magnificent new tool works.
Yeah, because sometimes you get a client who's maybe worried about inflation. He's concerned about the value of the dollar going down, but he really does want that income.
That's one scenario. The other scenario, the guy might just lost a lot of money in March.
Exactly.
In the stock market, right? Nobody trades like I trade for a living and know when to get in to get out. A lot of people are losing money because they just don't know their 401k, or one day it might become 101k again for them. So they just heard about let's say the Brian is the agent, right? And they heard about all this stuff. And Brian just came to him and tell him, look, let me explain to you how increasing income works.
Okay.
Brian, go ahead.
Absolutely. So how the increasing income will work here is going to be right here. It's very simple. We have the ability to show the best indexed annuities that have an income rider attached to them, that when you turn that rider on, not only will it stay guaranteed for your entire life as long as you live, it will also increase with the index that it's tied to.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now I'm
And
looking
then
at
we also have an ability, go on the top, please. On the top, you see, guys, you can see S&P 500 annual capped point participation rate, top performing account most recent period, top performing account low period, top performing account recent period, and top performing account high period. You can just click on an option and it's going to backtest and show you the scenarios. So let's say, for example, this is one of the scenarios. By the way, we just start populating things into it. In the next 60 days, I believe I have a witness of all this on a webinar with us today. But in the next 60 days, we'll have that's right, every hypothetical income rider in the country in this calculator. But Josh, let's show the guys. Let's say this is the scenario, right? Go on top. So the guy is California male, 250,000, 58 years old. He wants income to start in 10 years, 11 years from now, right? So let's say this Allianz benefit control just came out at the top. So let's take the scenario, click show more details. And all your details about that particular rider will be right here, guys. And if you scroll down for me, the last column, go a little up. You see it says withdrawal. So this is your increasing income story. Brian, would you explain in 30 seconds what you're looking at?
Absolutely, sir. What we have is the product of the Allianz benefit control. And we can see here in the first column, it's the year, the second's the age. Of course, the interest rate and the accumulation value is based on the annuity value. There are no fees, loads, or charges on the fees, so we don't have to worry about that. And the death benefit is going to grow as well. And we know with this product that it's guaranteed to grow up to 250% of the deposit value.
Oh, wow.
And then we have the income base, which does grow at a 250% participation rate. So whatever the market returns, if it returned 10% interest, you would get a 25% credit that year. And while this is growing, at the end of 10 years, we decide to turn the income on. And this has what's called increasing income that's tied to your index over on this withdrawal value. And that is at 100% of the participation rate of the index. And every year that will go up as your index goes up, and it will never go down. So as we can see at the end, in age 99, that has grown to $191,527. So if the client is looking to dollar cost average back into the market, they're looking to increase their income, they're looking to maximize their death benefit, it can all be done on one page. You can show them at a blink of an eye right here. And
Perfect. Perfect. Thank you so much. And I assume IT Agility will work similar to that also, right? That's another great product. Okay, cool. As you can see, we're populating all those for you as we speak. You know, you're going to see more and more every day. Here's the new one, Delaware Life is already here, North American, and there's going to be more and more in the next 30, 60 days. You're going to see things change a lot. What else, Josh, we have?
Well, now we understand that Reg BI, when it comes out, it's going to state that you're going to have to be showing what's in your client's best interest based on what they need. Okay, and you can see with Annuities Genius, it's going to save you hours of time. Okay, no more do you have to tell them that you're going to get back with them. Okay, if you have a client that maybe is going to be a little bit rushed and doesn't have time to go through all this, you don't have to say like, I'll get back to you in a week and call your marketer and do this and that. You have all of this at your fingertips. But that's not enough. Reg BI says you're going to have to be record keeping everything. Okay, so when we go to records, okay, you go to your CRM system here. This records button, you just click it. And everything that you do with a client is going to be date stamped and time stamped. Okay, so if you end up going over, 10 years from now and you want to look up the actual illustration that you went over with them, you can go ahead and do that just by clicking download. Okay, everything is automatically time stamped, date stamped, and record kept for you. So you are going to be compliant by using Annuities Genius. You don't have to worry about being compliant. You will be.
Thanks, Josh. Great job. I cannot say enough, guys, how, everything changing in the world, especially with the best interest stuff and with the coronavirus. Hopefully it's going to go away in a year or two. So I think it's more and more going virtual, and Annuities Genius was born for virtual sales. I cannot say enough, how many benefits it's going to give you. Number one, it's going to save you time. Time is money. Just think for a second. You can change anything else in life. You can do absolutely anything in life. One thing you cannot change is time. Okay? Time is very valuable. I'd rather see you spend more time doing what you love to do, okay, and spend time with your family than some other things. The other thing the Genius does very, very well for you is to bring confidence to you. Okay? When you learn how to use the Genius, how more confident you guys will become with the Genius. And in sales, two of the most important things, as you already know, is, well, confidence is definitely one of them, but it's all about feelings and emotions. Okay, everybody likes to feel good. You, your customer, everybody, right? So if you love the Genius, imagine how much your consumer will love the Genius, right? With that point of sale presentation tool that you have, our virtual Genius tools. Okay, it's going to build your confidence. It's going to save you time. It's a point of sale tool. You automatically become an educator. Okay, you're not a salesperson anymore that pushes stuff. Okay, by the way, pushing stuff is going away another month or two with the Reg BI and all the other laws that every state by state adopting right now. And I believe they're going to adopt. With time, they're all going to adopt this because it's just the best thing to do for the consumer and for the business, for our business, is to stay transparent. By the way, how more transparent can you be without the Genius? It just doesn't make any sense. Another important point I want to bring is it's absolutely going to blow up your competition. Imagine going with a Genius to the appointment and against some other agent that going with one piece of paper that sells they give them the most commissions and some kind of a product. He's just a product pusher. Okay. In this case, some of you probably before used to sell on concepts, right? You can continue sell concept, but Annuities Genius can help you adapt to that concept, right? We're not here to change the way you do things. We're here to change the way you see things. Okay. So we can make you adapt to the future faster. And I believe those people that are not going to adapt to the future, they're just going to leave behind. And we already see this with, when Microsoft started 77 and then obviously Apple and Google and all the other companies. And well, in our industry, It's also happening big time. Insurance is very slow in moving, industry, but it's happening. It's happening really quickly. And with coronavirus, it's really happening quickly. And look how much business you're doing online. We have ability to see the reports you run and everything. And I can report you that a lot of you using the Genius on everyday basis, and your marketers from FMOs, they absolutely love to use the Genius. We have a couple of marketers or more on the call right now with us, including Brian. Brian used to be an ex-marketer, and he joined the Genius, and he cannot wait to take this to the next level. Brian, we would like to ask a couple of things about the Genius and why the Genius, Brian?
Yes, I absolutely love the Genius. David, thank you so much for the opportunity and the creation. I think you're brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And it is going to, I think it's 10 years ahead of the curve, because it's going to allow me to help as well every advisor with all the different kinds of options that I never could get at the blink of an eye. And I can help the advisor learn how to use it as well. So the advisor themselves will have a simple way of getting all the information they need, which now time is going to be saved from minutes to hours to days to months to years. And it's just a phenomenal tool.
So you think as an ex-marketer, you think it really brings value to the agent even more when the marketer or FMO, IMO agency, whatever you call them, right? When they give ability and help promote transparency through the Genius, right? And give ability to all the agents to use the Genius themselves.
Absolutely. Because as we know, it's about the concept of know, like, and trust. And once the advisor builds that with the client, all they need to do is find the correct product that helps that client the most in a timely manner, and that does it. And if the client doesn't do it, it's not because they don't traditionally like you. It's because they just don't understand it. And now with the Genius, you can help them understand in a very simple format at the blink of an eye, and it will close twice as many sales. And that's why I think we're up at 40% closing rate now.
Yep. I totally agree with you on that one. Amen on that. Well, my personal production, guys, when I was using the Genius was just born. I was still doing my personal production. Now I wish I can do that. I'm jealous you guys making all that money at 7% commission. That's amazing. But what I want to mention is my personal production went from 0 to over 10 million working 1-2 hours a day with my own internet leads. And it's verifiable. I can show you my 1099 that I was making $1 million a year just selling annuities with a Genius was born, 20% born. And me and my team, actually, Brian, it's not my credit. It's all of us that helped to build and chip in to build the Genius. All my team, national and international, all over the world, and all the boys, I'm very thankful. I think we have the best team in the world, and we're going to bring you more exciting tools in the near future. And we are not here to change you. We are here to change the way you see things, help you stay compliant. And I personally believe Annuities Genius is a win-win for the carriers. They can be more transparent. They can build a lot of more better products for all of us and for the consumer. It's an unbelievable win for the agencies and for their agents, right? To have a Genius in their back pocket and save time. And like you said, build transparency and make a lot of more money and blow your competition away. We already see that FMOs that have the Genius, right? The FMOs that doesn't have the Genius, they kind of start losing the agents probably to those FMOs that have the Genius, right, Josh? You have all these phone calls coming.
I do. I get calls all the time asking, are there any agencies that are, promoting the Genius that are maybe going to, help me put it in my budget? Is there someone that's going to teach me how to use it? And you guys, please do not hesitate to call us. We are here to help you save time and earn more money. We want you to be an annuities genius.